everyone, and welcome to this video. Today we're going to talk about the technology assessment program called Formatives. So first, technology enhancement in the assessment field is an innovative assessment using technology to help manage and deliver assessments to students. So, like I said before, the one that I'm going into detail today about is going to be Formative. This is where you can create assessments, use standards from NGSS or the next generation science standards. It also has a library of assessments, so there are so many different resources to choose from in this one program. To get started, here's the home page, and right here, if you look, we have a spot for the formatives, which are the assessments, classes, tracker, library, and teams. Also along this top bar is your help button, your notifications, and then your personal profile. This is a program that you can buy extra add-ons with the premium version, but we're just working with the free version here. So here's where you can create your own formative or your own assessment right here, or if you already have one on your computer, you can go ahead and pull that in here. This one right here is one that I've made, the cell organelles, and then this is one that I have downloaded from the library, which is eukaryotic versus prokaryotic. So this tells me right here in my first class, my one class that I have on here, that nobody has done this assessment and only one person has done this assessment. Alright, so the first thing we talk about after adding the new formatives is setting up classes. So setting up classes is fairly straightforward. You click your new class button to manually input students, or you can sync it with Google Classroom, Teams, or another app, Clever Roster. But a lot of schools are now using this Microsoft Teams and Google Classroom, so it makes it super easy and super simple just to add all your kids in here. So this shows me signed in as with my email, and then an account that I added in as the teacher to see the two different views here. But it is an easy setup. You can do multiple classes. I just have the first hour bio as of right now. So, adding students, like I said, it's pretty easy. Manual, or there's this join code here. So this is my join code for this particular class, but you can also manually input their names and everything here for them. And all you got to do is make sure that you are adding them into the correct class, and it does say your class right here. And then you can have students join using this join URL, and then share the password with them. Alright, next is creating assessment. This is pretty easy. You can do your own new or choose from the library. Here is a picture of the library, and I just typed in science, and there are 4 or 5 pages of different formatives that you can use. The first one, and sometimes they bring up like algebra and stuff like that under the science category because of math and science. But there are so many to do, and like I said, you can add your own, choosing multiple choice questions or short answer questions, whatever you feel like you need in your class. Alright, so here is what it looks like from student view, just for one question, and then some instructions. So it's a pretty clear arrangement. You can insert hyperlinks, which is what this is right here, to an interactive website. In this particular formative, all the questions 1 through 13 can be answered using just this right here, these 3 capital letters. So, for example, right here has a well-defined nucleus. That would, of course, be a eukaryote or a eukaryotic cell. So I put in E and got that answer correct. But this is just the view for students. You can also insert videos. If you actually scroll up on this one here, there are 2 videos that talk about the different organelles and what they do. So here's the grade book from the teacher view, and this is for the eukaryotic, prokaryotic cells, formative. So as you can see, there is the teacher preview, which is what I did, and when I was exploring this, I answered that first one with just the letter, and then the rest of them I typed in what I thought. So like on question number 9, I believe, was a picture of a animal cell, so I put in animal cell and it counted me wrong. And then of course I went in on my own profile here, and this is the one that I made by using the join code, and I got all but 2 right, just to see what it looked like on the end of a student. Taking it on their iPad is how I did it. As you can see right here, there is a little comment. It's kind of hard to see, but that little blue with the white circle is a comment button, which is another great part about this program that we'll talk about here in a second. But we can hide names and show students class averages and how they did. So like here it shows the average of 85%. Of course that's not very accurate because I only took it once and multiple people haven't taken it, but you can see that it kind of each question will average it, and then you can see 6 and 7 got 0 both in the teachers and my first hour bio, so it went ahead and averaged that out at 0, but the rest were averaged at 100%. You can export this data into an Excel sheet, which is awesome, so that you have that hard copy of your grades. So like I said, we were going to talk more about the grading and feedback. So it is individual feedback. You can give partial credit and then do adjustments. So here is what it looks like. As the teacher, I can go in and view their response. So I can see that under have DNA, my student's response was B, which is for both, and they got it correct, so it automatically populated 1 point. And you can make these points higher, lower, or whatever you want to do. But I can respond to them saying nice job, or if I give them a short answer question and don't have the program automatically grade it, I can grade it here using the sliding scale or just type in the number here. But I can send them a message saying how they did, or if they need to, how they can improve their answer for further in further assessments. And the cool thing about it is you can send the message immediately so they can see it, or you can do it when you close the assessment or the assignment, whatever you're using it for, and then they can see it after that. So this is an awesome tool in the classroom because it can be helpful in remote education. With the pandemic and a lot of things going on, student absences, they can still get on and finish these assessments in a pretty timely manner. There's also good technology out there in this program too that does not allow cheating, so it's hard to, well, it's impossible to use the same device and look up answers or adjust different questions. So the academic adjustment of this is, so for my SPED kids or ELL kids, I can use it, I can adjust questions to them and for them so that it accommodates their IEP or their learning abilities. For students, it also engages them because it is pretty cool. It's pretty interactive with them. You can do multiple questioning, different types of questions like multiple choice, short answer, matching, fill in the blank. So there's endless possibilities there. Adding the videos and the interactive websites help to keep students engaged in what they're doing. And then for us teachers, it organizes the data so that we have it and we can see maybe where our students are lacking or where they need more improvement. So I hope that has helped you today. If you are interested in this, I would have you go and look it up at Formatives as the technology enhancement assessment tools. And I appreciate you listening. Thank you.